Perfectly natural.
Oh man, I went too far back. Hi, Alex.
It's okay.
What fast food should you get tomorrow?
Did anything just happen?
I don't know.
No.
Um.
So I'm curious. No, seriously, I've never heard of that. They're always different perfectly natural. Nothing to
Dang, I was gonna say, well, Wendy's, but probably Korean fried chicken.
A book was now currently out on my name. It's a bit metaphorical because it relates the life of a young
Sean.
who didn't like owls much.
What? I haven't had Korean fried chicken since my brother was alive. We went to this Korean fried chicken place. It might be in my saved videos, and we tried it. It was really good. Hi. Excuse me. He's like, hey, do you want to try this Korean fried chicken? Because I was like, no, I'm just going to let him get something. And then I was like, no, I'll get something. And I tried it. It was good. And I didn't want kids. My brother, when we went to the Korean fried chicken.
Mommy's called to tell me that her dad worked late again. She said she wrote myself pizza.
Well, why don't I have your birthday at my house then? My mom was making Wendy's.
Ash, forget it. Look, can we just break up and get this over with?
What?
Feeling stuck, right? I told you to.
Don't listen to what Toby says. He doesn't know anything.
So he's wrong? You don't want to break up?
What?
It's your birthday.
Oh, I get it. You don't want to break up because it's my birthday. Is that like my birthday present? You want to break up after? Then let's break up. Yeah. Okay?
Dang, they've been dating for a long time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dang, that's a young Drake. Yes, it's Degrassi, the next generation. I don't know what age I would like to have kids. Oh, were you? Is it on YouTube like every other place? That was funny. People like force hate because like that filter was literally just to make like it make the lighting darker. They're like, oh, this filter is working overtime. Yeah, you mad? Like, if a filter smooths someone's face, and it's not even smoothing my face because I had makeup on, but a filter doesn't do much unless it's a filter that what you really look like. Like, have you ever seen those Asian girls that go live? It's a crazy filter, and then one girl got caught, and then that's not what she really looked like. Like, if it completely changed someone, fine. But it's just me with like smooth skin. So how is that a complete difference? That's just me with like clear skin. Nobody has perfect, very textured. We all have textured skin. Nothing wrong with it. People just be weird. They just be like, oh my god, you ugly. Like, you're forcing yourself to hate someone is weird. Like, you're calling someone ugly when they're really not ugly, and then, like, it's forced. You post photos where you heavily edit things, like, and then say it's not edited. Like, you know the camera adds extra pounds pounds when you take a picture, right? And then you'll add photos that have filters on it that make me look creepy, and then say, is this really you? With like, and you, yeah, you didn't know that? The camera adds like 10 pounds. I learned that in film class. Thank you for the hand heart. I took film in high school, and basically, what we learned is like the camera adds 10 pounds. No, it's not lies. Look it up. I'm not lying. You could look it up. I took film class. Hello. I know what I'm talking about. My film teacher told me that the camera adds 10 pounds. That's when I met the director from the Avengers. He literally, I think he also directed like Twilight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, it does. You have to understand, like, the cameras, what you look like on camera is not what you look like in person. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm skinny, like, duh, I'm not stupid. But I'm just saying, like, people add heavy filters and then be like, there's one. Like, that's dumb. Like, I like Ghostbusters, but literally, come on. There's nothing funny about trying to tear someone down and like tear somebody down and make them feel insecure. Like constantly calling me ugly when I'm not is crazy, and then say I look old. You must look blind. It's like, that's a lie. Like, you're forcing yourself to lie. Like, millennials do not look old. To be honest with you, like, this generation there's like the younger generation, I don't know what generation it is. It's probably the younger generation that tries to thrash on people, on the millennials, and be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 we look better than you. No, you don't. You're 25 and you look like you're in your 40s. Be for real. Or you're 25 and you look like you're older. Okay? Hello? I do not look old. You just try to force yourself to say someone looks old. Okay, well, keep telling yourself that. I mean, if you believe it enough, it might be real. That's a lie. You know I do not look old. Come on, stop lying. Someone was literally like having gray hair at the What gray hair? You get gray hair when you stress out. Duh. Like, that's so crazy. I didn't dye it gray, I dyed it blonde. But I don't know where they're seeing the gray hair. More of bad credit than it is to not have credit at all, because I can build it to good credit, which doesn't even take that long. It takes about 6 months to build your credit.
It was just the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Outside of the line of electricity.
And you can essentially add anything to your credit. Like if you're making a internet payment, you could use that for credit. If you're making phone bill payments, things like that. But you know, yeah, it takes 6 months to a year, I believe. I already planned on the credit thing. So yeah. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to credit because that person, Bunny, the one before they turned on me, literally told me what to do to build my credit because I have no credit. Basically, if I go to a credit union or something and I take out like so I go to a credit union and I take out like a credit card. I forget what kind of a card it is. Basically, what you do is you make small purchases or you make like a phone bill payment. Then you pay the credit card. So whatever you spend, you have to pay the credit card back, right? Because it's not free money. And so basically, it's a certain type of credit card. And it's not like where you can spend, because I wouldn't spend a lot of money on the card, I'm not stupid. But she said make small purchases, like if you go to McDonald's and then you pay it back, or like you pay your phone bill every month with it. And then the money that's supposed to go to the phone bill, you pay the credit card off. And then eventually it builds your credit. And that's how you do it. And basically you do that for like 6 months and you build your credit, because it takes 6 months, I think, to a year. But I think it's just 6 months and then you build your credit in 6 months. That's how it works. Paying any bills like car insurance, anything like that helps build credit. I know, because I was talking to them about building my credit. And that's what they suggested, because I'm like, I have no credit. So yeah. You don't think I should be trusted with a credit card? Well, I had a credit card before. I'm not the one who spent the money, so. That's crazy. Like, if I can get a credit card, that would be great. But, you know, I have to have the money to pay it back. Like, I don't think, like, you understand money management. Like, I can save money, but it goes to bills. And I literally had no clothes, so I had to buy clothes. That's crazy. And I literally had to buy hygiene stuff. I had to start over because everything I lost it in the car. Like, people don't grasp the concept of money. How can you save when you have nothing? That's crazy. Like, imagine telling someone that has no clothes to live naked. That's wild. Like, just because you think I go and shop a lot, I'm buying stuff that I need. Of course, yes, I bought a Halloween costume and some other stuff, but hello. Like, imagine telling people not to buy stuff that makes them feel good. Like, that's so crazy. I don't have clothes. I only have 4 or 3 pairs of pants. I only had a few shirts. A large chunk of my clothes is in storage, and it's way in the back, so I can't even get to my clothes. Because the house furniture is literally in the way. So for me to even get back there, I couldn't even get back there. To even pull out lug a big old trash bag out of all of that mess. If you was to see my storage, yeah. I'm even overwhelmed when I look at it, because it's like, we gotta move all of this stuff when we get a place. Because I can't move it. Literally heavy furniture, and it's packed in the back. Like, we have a big storage. If you was, what happened was is that I got a mover, right? We didn't have no money to move. We didn't have no money. So my brother was gonna rent a U-Haul, right? But something happened, and then I paid for it with my card. Anyways, I contacted movers because we were gonna just rent a U-Haul and do it ourselves. But I cannot lift heavy stuff because, it's hard. It's just me and my brother lifting stuff. So then what happened was is that my brother, we paid for the movers, and she did a deal with me because she's like, you know what? I'll do a deal with you. I'll help you move your stuff, right? The movers can load the heavy stuff for you, which is what we had them do. We had them load all the heavy stuff, and then you guys just take the U-Haul and then unload it yourselves. The movers will just load the heavy stuff. And then from there, that's it. So we paid for them to load the heavy stuff. As far as unloading, they didn't do that because we didn't pay them for that. And so my brother, we were packing, and I had to get the packing done. So he had to go unload it. He was in a hurry, and I literally told him, don't help these people load. But he did because we were paying them to load. But he was helping them. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then he helped them to load. And he basically took the U-Haul truck and threw everything in storage. He did it all by himself. He put all the heavy furniture and stuff in storage. He just threw it in there. So now all of this stuff is thrown in there, and it's not properly stacked nicely, and it's all jacked up. And then he got more stuff when we were living in motel rooms. There's like boxes of CDs, and I'm talking, he has a huge Disney collection, and he said it's worth a lot of money. Not a lot of money, but there's a lot of stuff in there. There's like 3 bedrooms of stuff, plus all of this stuff that we got. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's overwhelming to look at that storage. No, my nose. I'm congested. I'm not breathing heavy, it's just that I'm congested. I think we had a relative that had maggots in them or something. When am I gonna be for Halloween? A surprise. I still need to find a place to go on Halloween, like a costume contest or something. And you know what? This is what's messed up about my state, right? They literally had like a trick and treat thing for like the kids at the zoo. I don't know if it was for all ages, but so anyways, I was like, how come? Because I'm like, how come you literally don't? I'm like, how come you literally don't notify? Someone said that, like, how come they don't notify people when these programs or when these events are going on? Like, that's so poor. You should have a place where you announce these events, because some people would like to take their kids to something like that, and they missed out. Like, they're barely hearing on the news that happened. Like, you need to announce these events. They put on these events and then they don't even tell people it's happening. Anyone is still thinking about dressing up for Halloween when you literally don't say that about Heidi Klum, who is literally older than me, throwing a Halloween party. And let's not talk about Halsey's Halloween party either. And don't say because they're a celebrity, because fuck you. And what about, who else? Meg Thee Stallion always throws a Halloween party. Oh, you ain't gonna say anything about that. What's wrong with adults dressing up for Halloween? Especially because I'm dressing up as an adult. Not a sexy Toy Story character or something like that. Hello. Weird. No, I'm not going to a trunk or treat. Cause like, huh? Who said I was going to a trunk or treat? I'm talking about the zoo boo. It's a boo zoo or something, zoo boo, where they have like you trick or treat at the zoo for the kids. And I said that would have been nice to notify people because they may want to take their kids. I was not talking about going to a trunk or treat. Hello. I said I'm trying to find a place that does a costume contest for adults. Dude. No, it's not, because I think it said for all ages. But it's over with. They already had that, and I was talking about it would be nice to notify people that have kids. Do you not? Does it look like I have kids? Like, duh. It's giving weird because you're making it weird. No one said I'm going to an event for kids to trick or treat, you weird bitch. Like, seriously. Oh my god. What, you thinking about little kids? That's weird. No one said anything about going to. I literally said that I'm looking for an event for adults. For a costume contest. No one said I'm looking for an event for trick or treating. Someone help these weird ass people, man. They be the same people that be like, bro, why are you thinking about that? Why are you thinking about that? And it's just like, you were just standing there doing nothing. Fact. Oh. Nobody said that, and you do realize that I have family members, especially my cousin that has younger kids. That's why I was thinking about these events that they should announce to people, because I'm like, what if my cousin, I could have told her like, hey, look, they have this for the kids. Like, why are you being weird? You forget people have relatives that have younger people. Like, hello. Like, why do you have to always make it a weird? Why do you always have to change the subject to be weird about talking about kids when I never said anything weird about kids? You're the one who had your mind there. So if your mind went there, that's you. That's not me. I just thought about the people that I knew that have kids that could have took their kids to go trick-or-treating at the zoo, but the state did not announce that. Like, it's weird. I don't know, I'm trying to find a place that has like a costume contest or something for Halloween because, you know. Yes, I have cousins. No, someone said no because the state, they literally have pages where they put for events. Are you stupid? They didn't put that event on the page. That's what I'm telling you. They have an event where they put, that's what they put on their event. That's what I'm telling you. The state is supposed to announce events because that's literally what funds the state. Hello, in order to keep these things going, in order to keep these things running, and they want people to go and spend money. That's what they have to do, is announce it. Duh. Even someone said that in the comment section under the Facebook post. They literally said it would have been nice for the state to announce that they were trick-or-treating at the zoo. It was literally in the comment section. I'm like, you know what? They're right.
If you're under 45, you know. For most people, HPV clears on its own. For those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers.
Yeah, but even so, like, it would be nice to know these events because the state puts on some great events that they don't even tell people about. Like, my friend, we were supposed to go somewhere, right? On Fridays, they have music and you go dancing and all that because, you know, she's been trying to get me to go dancing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyways, and she was like, yeah, they have this thing. And she was like, you didn't know? And I'm like, no, I didn't know. Like, I don't know these things because the state doesn't put it on their websites, right? It's like they need to put these events. They have people out here thinking New Mexico has nothing. Like, there's nothing to do. If they put those events, you know, they could get people. They could get people going to these events. Because it's literally funding for the state to be able to do things. If they don't get people to these events, then things shut down. And then they're like, oh, we don't have any money. The money is funded, the city is funded by the people. You do know that, right? And a lot of the not businesses like restaurants, but some of the places are funded by the state. And the state runs out of funding if they don't advertise these events that are paying to go towards that stuff. Hello, that's how things run. Do you not know that? So if they're not getting people to buy tickets to these events or not getting people to these events, things end up shutting down. The state is supposed to announce when they have events like that. They have a whole page for that. Why do you have a page to notify people of events and you're not posting that? That's like having a website and not using it. Like, it makes no sense. Why are you going to pay for a website if you're not using it? Right? They had like Mariachi Atencio or something like that. It was a mariachi thing in Old Town, and I was like, I would have loved to go. It has nothing to do with that. That's weird. You want to be near kids. Who said that? Like, being near kids is not weird unless you're registered. Then that's weird. I haven't said anything weird about kids, so why do you always do that? That's weird. Like, literally, the event I talked about was not about kids. I literally said it's an event with music. That has nothing to do with kids. That's weird. No one said the events that I were talking about besides the trick-or-treating one was not about kids. Yeah, I said it would be nice to tell people that have kids so they know to go, because the people was mad because they missed out because they had kids and they could have been notified. Like, are you dumb? I'm already working on my housing. What does Halloween have to do with that? Halloween doesn't stop someone from working on housing. That is so stupid. You can do two things at once, you know that, right? Considering the fact that I said I'm on wait list for a lot of things. No. Like, it's stupid. That is so dumb to literally say, well, you're focusing on Halloween over housing when you can do both at the same time. Man, you're dumb. How do you know if I'm not doing anything? How do you know? Because I'm not telling you what I'm doing because it's making you mad? You're mad that you can't figure out where I'm at and it bothers you because I'm not under the bridge. That's so weird. Because I'm not under the bridge. That's what makes you mad, because I'm not where you want me to be. The person who is literally saying you're 31 and haven't accomplished anything, you're literally, how old are you? And you're a troll in my live stream? I haven't accomplished anything. I literally have a video with 50 million views. The only thing you've accomplished is on these nuts. Ah, got him. Accomplish on these nuts. Like, you haven't accomplished anything. Do you know how many views I have? Okay. Bruh. I literally have 400,000 followers talking about I haven't accomplished nothing. I literally made thousands of dollars online. I haven't accomplished nothing. I literally have an ad or a brand, not a brand deal, but literally I got paid from Temu, but I haven't accomplished anything. I didn't even tag Cardi B in a video and she liked it, but I haven't accomplished anything. Like to say you're 26 and accomplished professional, okay, Vera Wang literally didn't start becoming as successful as she was until she was like what, later in her life? A lot of people don't become accomplished until later in their life. Like it's on, like people say God's, but I don't really believe in like a God. I'm like an agnostic. I believe in something. Like it's not on your timing. When you're not ready for it, then you're like, it doesn't mean shit. Like you could be accomplished and it still doesn't mean shit, you know. You know you don't choose when you're successful. That was a dumb question to be like, why would you want to be successful later in life? That's not how it works. You don't decide when you're successful. What an odd thing to say. I heard about you. No, you don't, because you don't choose when you go viral either. Or when you're successful. That's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Why is she moving herself like that? That is so scary. They're hanging by their skin. They're like pierced and they're hanging by their skin.
Maintains that in the world of performance art, this is a great canvas.
That is gross, because what if it rips? It rips their skin. They're literally being pulled by their skin. I believe in something like, I know it's something because like, first of all, my thing is like, how do you know he exists? Was you there? Like, how do we know he exists, right? That's my thing, because you're believing what someone tells you. And a lot of the time, these religions, like not all people in the religion, but they use that as a means to profit. Like they literally speak as if they've written, like this is what one thing that someone was saying is like a lot of these people that speak about God speak as if they came up with this stuff when it literally came from from the Bible itself. And that's like saying, oh, I seen God. You know, I seen him, so you have to believe me. Okay, so if I said I've seen the La Llorona, you would have to believe me, right? Like, it's just things like that. Like, and also, it tests, like, me believing in him, because why would he allow kids with cancer to die? Why would he allow my brother to die so violently? Why would he want kids to be unalived in schools? Like, whenever people say, like, God wanted them to go, like that, no way. And especially because this heaven and hell thing is just a way to scare people and to tell them that everything they're doing is a sin, even though if it's a little tiny thing, down to the minuscule thing, it's like, oh, that's a sin.
Sandra!
So that's basically it, you know? Like, basically.
There's a lot of division in America today. But wanting to save the streets is something we can all agree.
My internet is fine, it's just because I keep muting. But anyways, like I was saying, like, there's just a lot of things that I don't think God would... Like, I agree with someone when he said he's like an agnostic, because why would God want black people to go through slavery? Like, if this God is a caring person for everyone, why does he allow people to suffer? And why are we sitting here telling people they're gonna go to hell for just the tiniest little thing? Like, oh, when you're a kid and you tell a little white lie, you're going to hell. Like, especially because the religion is used to hate when they tell people, oh, you're going to hell for, you know, being gay. Like, literally, Trump is out here talking about conversion therapy for gay people, and it's hurtful. Like, why would God have these things happen to people? You. What the hell? Why would you cut your cord in midair bungee jumping and land on a target? That's dangerous. First of all, why are we using the devil as an excuse for humans to choose to be horrible? Can we stop excusing horrible human beings for being horrible and saying that the devil made them do it when they chose to do it? You're blaming something on why that person chose to do it. That's a piss poor excuse. Like, that's literally making an excuse for horrible people. The devil didn't tell them to do it, they did it. And then they try to say, the devil told me to do it. That's an excuse. That's literally a mental illness. And a lot of these serial unalivers have mental illness.
It's like a scene from a science fiction film in which robots have taken over the world with sports. But take a closer look, and you'll see that Tony
Like, how have you seen him? Have you seen God? Have you ever seen the devil? No, you haven't. They're literally using Da Vinci's boyfriend depicted. Da Vinci painted his boyfriend in that image. That is not Jesus Christ. You're sitting here because someone told you Jesus Christ is real and you believe it. It's a fable. Like, how have we ever seen him? Like, people say, look around and look at the beauty. God created this. Like, yeah, sometimes I can sit here and be like, well, maybe, there was something that created this, but then I see things that happen and we can't blame the devil for that because people choose to be horrible human beings. You're saying the devil is making people say racist stuff too? Because that doesn't make any sense. Do you think the devil is telling these parents to hurt their children? Like, that doesn't make any sense either. When I grew up and I was little, I was a witness to child abuse. Not me personally, but people around me, like people that we played with or we hung out with that went through abuse, child abuse. That is something that I shouldn't be seeing as a kid. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that parent was influenced by the devil. You can't blame the devil for why someone chooses to be a horrible human being. Like, no one told that guy the devil did not tell anyone to get behind a wheel, drunk driving, and unalive somebody. Nor did the devil tell them, go take a gun to a school. Like, this makes literally no sense why we're excusing these bad behaviors on some fictitious being because we want to place blame on something. These people are conscious and know exactly what they're doing. Sometimes, mental illness is a whole thing in and of itself where it's a battle with their mind, and yes, they do hear voices. But if you think that when these people because a lot of serial unalivers have mental illness, are telling you the devil made you do it, then you must have mental illness to believe them because their mental illness is telling them that. So do you want to be as mentally ill as them and believe that? And this is not being rude, this is just saying, like, hello. I lived with someone with mental illness. I lived with my father with mental illness. I know what it's like. He thought he was talking to everyone by hollering in his room. That's what mental illness is, having manic episodes. And literally, some of the stuff he was saying, like, oh, you're going to get 99 trillion in a bank card that's coming in the mail. Do you think I'm going to sit there for a second and lose my mind and think that I'm getting 99 trillion? Like, are you crazy? I had to literally be like, oh, wow. I had to literally tell him that I don't believe it. He's like, he would get mad if we didn't believe it. In his mind, it was really real. Like, if you believe what these people tell you, then you must have mental illness. I don't know what to explain to you.
When he was born with a birth defect, and the doctors, they tried to save his legs, but there was no hope.
Despite the loss of his legs,
Like, why do you believe people, like I'm telling you, a lot of these serial unalivers, that they all have mental illness, and it stemmed from when they were little, right? When they were kids, and the parents never got them help.
Yuri was soon fitted with flex feet, a custom-made version of the kind worn by his hero.
I worked at the Tophiachu as a flex supply here a couple years ago, and just like amazing man.
But yeah, it's just something about, because I don't know why God would want people to get treated differently. Like, I'm seeing things happen in other countries. I'm seeing things happen here. Like, why should children be crying because they're ripped from their parents and displaced? A boy had to self-deport. Self-deport means deporting himself before they deport him to go back with his mom, and leaving his two younger siblings behind because his mom got deported. And he had no choice. He couldn't survive. So he had to go back home to live with his mom to survive. It's so crazy when I see police smashing people's windows in, and literally, like, a dad with his kid in the car smashed the window in, and basically targeted him, ICE, and literally attacked him and, probably left his kids stranded. There were 2 kids that were stranded in a car because their parents were kidnapped. It just makes me think, like, why would all of this happen? Can we like this live stream? Like, Jesus Christ, it's free to like. But anyways, there's that guy that makes himself look like a lizard. But it's just things that it makes me think about, right? Like, whenever something horrible happens, can we not blame the devil? Considering the fact that some of these people are not even mentally ill. Like, some of these people don't even have mental illness when they do it. Because I'm not even gonna talk about, because like, I'm not excusing people doing things when they have mental illness, like their mental illness and like unaliving someone, but people don't know, because like, mental illness is a real thing that like, you hear voices and, things like that, but we shouldn't be literally using the devil as an excuse.
Easy to dismiss Eric's extensive body modification as nothing more than a cultural declaration of independence. But he says it's actually for more sociological reasons.
It's 8 and I'm literally tired. Everyone's literally going to bed early. My man, he be my baby. Hugging me, loving me, kissing me, driving me crazy. Kissing you. Ooh. Oh, so I thought of a remix audio. It might sound kind of stupid. It might not. But I saw this because I was thinking about this in my head. So someone used the audio from The Wizard of Oz. Like not Wicked, but The Wizard of Oz. Where it's like, are you a good witch or a bad witch? And then I thought, what about clashing like the two audios, like the Nicki Minaj audio with that, and be like, are you a good witch or a bad witch? And it's like, I'm a bad bitch, cut the bitch, bitch gets slick, I'ma cut the, like, and then it just cuts to like that audio. I'm not really good with remixing stuff, so. Cause like, it made me think of the little girl when it sounded like she said I'm a bad bitch instead of a bad witch. But people sometimes replace witch when they say bitch. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm a bad bitch, cut the bitch. Bitch get slick, I'ma cut the. Like, that's what I think of. That's why, like, someone should clash that. Give me credit if you do. I mean, of course. I've been seeing, like, I guess Natalie Reynolds got banned and then came back. Like, her account got banned and then she came back. One thing I never understood is how it's okay for her to steal content, not even tag the person, and then act like she created the content and people are still giving her views. And I thought I blocked her on TikTok. I need to block her again so I don't see her content because I don't want to give this girl views. Like, she's literally stealing content from me.
Insects are high in protein and low in
Like,
as a bonus, the students say they taste great. They've even come up with some recipes to make these bugs go down a little more easily.
isn't that crazy?
For starters, they recommend jello jigglers with crickets.
Like, it's so crazy.
If crickets aren't your thing, how about candy apples coated with mealworms? Veggies? There are so many ways. But for the bug lover who wants a real sugar rush, these two co-eds have just the thing.
You say I'm gonna sleep in the laundromat. Like, well, I'm not in a laundromat, but okay.
Brown sugar and corn syrup.
Now we're going to saute our grasshoppers so they have a nice candy covering.
When the grasshoppers are ready, Carol melts down the chocolate and pours it into these molds. The candied grasshoppers are the final touch.
What is all that noise? What do you mean all that noise? The background noise is off. Like, I have background noise off.
Customers get to do what they love best. Enjoy their insect treats. They're looking good.
Ew, it's a caramel covered apple with crickets. That's nasty.
Cutaway crunchy. He'll jump from a 180-foot crane. If he releases the bungee cord early, he'll plow to and he'll be launched 50 feet into the air. We're playing with lives here. If we make it
Yeah, just block them.
cancer and win,
They're gonna keep commenting they don't have a life. They talk about they got a life, but then they spam the comments. These people that do body modifications, like, how do you have the nerve? Like, not the nerve, like you say, like, you know how people say you have like nerve, like not being nervous to do these modifications. Like, people that split their tongues, how do they not get scared? Or like, because I could never see myself doing that. I just couldn't. Like, people that cut their ears off and literally modify their bodies like that, like, how do you do that without not getting scared? You know what I mean? I know, but it's so weird because splitting your well, not weird, but it's like, how do I say it? It's crazy to think. Like, why would you want to walk around with no ears? You know what I mean? Like, there's this guy that literally looks like he has horns. I don't know if he had horns built into his skin, but he has like horns, like devil horns, and he literally has like no ears. And he has tattoos that make him look different. Like, you know, like the guy that made himself look like a lizard? Like that. And then, like, I seen someone split their tongue, and I'm like, are you not, like, because I would worry, like, body modifications could be dangerous. Because you could lose your hearing permanently. Or you can lose, like, the taste buds in your tongue. Like, my bus driver, when I was in high school, told somebody, because they wanted to get their tongue pierced, basically to be careful, because if you get your tongue pierced, you can lose your taste buds, like your taste in your tongue to be able to taste foods and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, with these body modifications, they could be dangerous, right? Not true. Well, that's what I think. Like, if someone's chopping their ears off, does that not, like, would that not cause hearing loss?
Never be attempted at all. Steinberg proved his mastery through this demonstration of muscle control. He was easily able to subdue a 200-pound man.
Oh, that is.
Far beyond that.
You know what I mean? No, I'm not on a bench.
Verified that he was able to
That's just my question, like, or just what I think. Like, these modifications, like, why would you? I would never want to do that, but I wonder what makes people think. Or I want to look like a cat, or I want to look not human. Like, I want to look like a creature forever. Like, I couldn't picture myself living with no ears for the rest of my life. Like, once you modify your body, like, you can't put your ears back on. Once they cut it off, they cut it off. Or like when you split your tongue, you could probably fuse it back together. I don't know. But it's just like, why? I know it's self-expression. I'm not saying like they shouldn't do that. It's just for me personally, I couldn't picture myself doing that, because then I would probably want my ears back, and then you can't have your ears back. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's an expression to think, you know? No, if a celebrity said they love something, why would you do it? Like, because then you'll regret it later. Never do something unless it's something that you won't regret. Like, a lot of them split their tongues for reasons, and it's not a regretful reason. But if you do it because a celebrity said they liked it, then you would probably regret it later. So I wouldn't do anything that someone said they liked. Like, let's say the Jonas Brothers, for example, right? Or they said they like something. Why would I do that? It's all right if you want to change yourself, but I wouldn't change myself because someone said they liked it, because then they're going to be like, well, you changed yourself for me to like that, and you don't naturally have that. You know?
no matter how many times he tried. But just as he was about to give up, the near impossible happened at 1:30 in the morning. Anybody that bet against me is going to lose their ass.
That's crazy.
Shots. As a matter of fact, I almost ran all the shots. Time for a new challenge. And Fast Larry didn't have far to look. He just handed it down to his boy Jake.
I pierced whatever Joe Jonas wanted me to, girl. I wouldn't. Because, like, or doing something because a celebrity likes it, you'll literally regret it later. That's like Demi Lovato regret gap. You know? I'm not in a laundromat, but like I'm saying, like, cause Demi Lovato fixed her gap, and she literally regretted it because they told her like, oh, they were making a big deal about it, right? That's like body shaming her and wanting her to have bigger boobs. That's like the same thing with like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He said he wished he never fixed his gap because he lost a lot of movie deals because of that, you know? Like, there's things that people fix that they shouldn't have to. Like, Pink felt that she needed to have bigger boobs because that's what they portrayed to her. Like, a lot of these plus-size women are told to lose weight.
A man turns a medical nightmare into a bizarre kind of self-expression when Ripley's Believe It or Not returns.
Like, to me, these are things that people shouldn't have to fix, you know? No, it wasn't their own decision. That's what I'm talking about, Brittany. They were influenced by someone to do it, which they wish they never did. Because not movie execs, but people in the business told Demi Lovato that she did not look good with her gap. And she wished that she never listened to those people and fixed her gap because that's what made her her. It's not because they chose to do it, it's because they were pressured into doing it to look a certain way. When you're told that you're unattractive to the media, that's why a lot of these people go and get plastic surgery, because they're pressured by the media to look a certain way, to present a certain way. Some of these people do choose that, like the women with the really gigantic boobs. And I'm talking like huge, right? That they get these boobs that are like bigger than the average, you know? I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the ones that were pressured into fixing something because, you know, they were pushed into doing that. You know, why would I get a BBL if I already have one? And not like a fake BBL. Like, I literally have a big butt. Why would I get a BBL if I already have a big butt? Like, that don't make no sense. Thank you for the witch kitty. You know what I mean. My butt is not flat. I don't need a reduction. I don't know. It's kind of shaped a little funny. I mean, it could be fixed better, but I don't need a BBL because then it would look very unnatural, considering the fact I naturally have a big butt, so it wouldn't make sense because it would look unnatural. It's not flat. My butt is definitely not flat.
Even worse, Scott faced an uncertain future. There was a 15% chance that his tumor would return. In 1992, his worst fears came true. They said he had reoccurrence. After the surgeons removed his second tumor, Scott was left with a wide open path between his eye, nose, and mouth. Because of that type of
but you know,
have a direct communication between the eye socket.
It is Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Still healing from the second surgery, Scott returned to his former job as an electrician. But instead of feeling sorry for himself, he came up with a novel idea. Sitting around hanging up here, I go, I wonder if I can drink from there. I go, I thought maybe this might be a really big bar trick. Soon afterwards, Scott's disfigurement made his public debut. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present Mr. D2!
You know it's flat, these haters. That's okay. That's kind of funny, but kind of not. Why are you asking that question? Because, like, I'm not trying to be rude when I say this to people, because you have every right to do what you want with your bodies. But when people get things that does not look right, like, you can, like, I don't know, people get these really big lips that look like sausages on their face. Like, I'm all for fixing stuff, because if you didn't know, plastic surgery was not used for that. Plastic surgery was invented in the war to fix disfigured soldiers. That's what it literally was. So if a soldier, you know, got injured and war, like they got blown up or something, they would take skin from elsewhere and they would fix them properly. Like that's what plastic surgery was really used for. But when I see these people that get BBLs and it does not match their legs or it does not match them, like at least I've seen some people get BBLs and it looks nice, but then you see these people that get over exaggerated, and it's just like, why?
On the subject of appearances, people will do just about anything for the beauty. Liposuction, electrolysis, plastic surgery, you name it. But the tricky thing is that the definition of beauty
It's not judging someone for what they look like when they paid to look like that. Like, people don't realize the reason why a lot of these celebrities have nice bodies is because they can pay for that. They can pay for a personal trainer. They can lose the weight. They can pay for that.
So, we doing this?
If we do, there goes moving to Paris.
We were never moving to Paris.
Like people think, oh, you just pay for a membership and go to the gym. Yeah. But if I had a personal trainer and I was rich, I could look as good as these celebrities. It pays to look good. And they always say beauty is pain, but it also is money. Because when you're rich, you can literally look nice and you don't have to worry. Like getting a membership and going to the gym, yeah, some people can work their butt off to do that, but I if I had money,
I didn't know that. 99% of people over 50 already have the virus that causes cancer.
that's not how it works.
Anytime.
Not everyone's body is like that where you can eat a balanced meal. Like when people say just eat a salad or a vegetable, that's not how it works either.
Can't be trusted on the school. That's an indictment for failure to pay.
I was gonna say something because like it's not a thing. Like okay, it's like literally Cardi B when she made that. Okay, so the whole Samira situation, right? Where she tried to compare the two, and it's not a comparison. Samira being fat shamed does not compare to you and your BBL. Like literally saying people made fun of me when I got a BBL. That has nothing to do with like literally I wasn't born fat. I did this to myself. But some people are born fat and they can't help that they're fat and they face fat phobia. They can't help. That's a whole other difference than being made fun of for something that you chose to do and you paid for. If people make fun of your BBL, so what? You paid for that. Did they pay for that? No. So why are you upset over that, over someone that can't help the fact that they're fat? Like people think, oh, it's just going to the gym. And then people say there is no diseases that cause people to not lose weight when there is. And that literal Gabby Garbone or whoever she is, the one who literally has lymphedema and has that really big, really huge butt, and people think that she got surgery like that, and they're saying, no, it's not lymphedema. Like she doesn't have lymphedema. She literally got a giant BBL and it looks so unnatural. Like no, she literally talks about having lymphedema. Can we stop talking down on people and not acting like people don't have these like issues? Like there are some diseases, and I'm not saying I have that, but there are people with diseases that it's hard for them to lose weight. And stop telling someone who brings this up that is fat, like, oh, well, you don't have that. No one said they did. But stop invalidating how people deal with their health problems, because some people can't lose weight. Especially when we talk about Selena Gomez having, I don't know if it's PCOS, but basically lupus or something like that. Her weight fluctuates, so she'll look skinny, but then it looks like she gained weight. Can we acknowledge that? Because PCOS is the same thing. Like weight fluctuates when you have PCOS. I'm not saying I have PCOS, but I'm so sick and tired of people acting like everyone is just not wanting to go to the gym and lose weight. And why should people have to lose weight to please you? If I'm going to lose weight, it's for myself. And anytime I see someone that loses weight, it looks like they lost they lost the happiness in them. Like I've seen people that literally lose weight and you could just see that their personality was taken away. Like when I look at some people, I'm like, damn. Like, and it's not being a whole different person. It's like, damn, what happened to you? Because you're a whole different person. Like with Vanita, right? When Vanita lost weight, and there are some self-hating, not even self-hating people. There's some haters out there that lost weight and literally they were fat once and they lose weight and then they literally trash fat people. And it's like you were fat at one point and now you lost weight and you have a horrible personality. Like, what happened to your personality? You were a lot nicer when you were bigger. Like, it's just crazy to me.
The first part of it is to find your
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, when I see these people, well, they weren't always like that because some people that lose weight, literally their personality was taken from them. Because I'm like, man, you don't look happy now that you lost the weight. And they're not. It's just like when you had weight, you were so full of life, you were smiling, you were laughing, you were happy. You lose weight and it looks like you're dead inside, like literally dead inside.
Nancy is accustomed to being completely in control of her own body. The confinement and limitation of having bound feet is what drew her to it.
The whole point of binding your feet is to be immobile. It's impossible to put my weight down.
Did she bind her feet on purpose?
So I have to crawl back to the bedroom.
It's time to see if Nancy achieved the reduction she was hoping for. Her bound feet were 1.5 inches shorter and a great deal more narrow. Overall, a reduction of about 25%.
I can feel my circulation going away.
Why would you do that to yourself?
So that's what keeps me going.
For Nancy, the bound state is also part of a romantic ritual. She'll stay in this self-imposed confinement for about 2 hours. Then, the unwrapping begins.
Feels like pins. When your foot is asleep and it's waking back up again.
That's crazy.
For her, it's a fascination with binding's erotic roots.
Because I chose to.
Back in the late 1800s, as many as 90% of Chinese women had their feet bound.
Like people bring up that video where it says when life gets hard, I would never dye my hair. I didn't dye my hair because life got hard. I dyed my hair because I can't use hair wax.
A South African inventor.
Or hair makeup. Hair makeup works great. You don't have to dye your hair or bleach it because bleaching your hair a lot damages it, right? And for me, the thing is that I can't use hair wax because it transfers everywhere. And when you're at a shelter, you can't have like color transfer onto things because then that's damaging property and I can get in trouble for that. So yeah, I don't have my hair wax stuff because it's in storage and it's probably damaged because it gets hot in the storage. It's not a controlled storage unit. And plus, when you use hair makeup, it transfers. It's just like hair wax. No, my hair is not orange. It's literally, well, it's honey blonde. But what happened is that I've been out in the sun, obviously, and I didn't tone when I dyed my hair. I got toner, but I didn't tone it because I was like, because it was dark. This girl told me I didn't need to tone it because it's dark, if that makes sense. So because I used a dark hair dye, I didn't have to tone it. I would have had to tone it if it was lighter. So for me personally, I didn't tone it when I dyed it because I didn't want to have to take that extra time because then I would have had to go back to the gym and then dye it because where I'm at, they didn't allow us to dye our hair because it stains. So I'm like, I don't want to have to keep going back and forth and dyeing my hair. and then I would have to, and then I was like, I can tone it, and then I'll have to come back again the next day and dye it, and I just wanted to get it over with. And literally, I have not dyed my hair since, and I have to re-dye it. Like, I think it's like I always say, it looks like a calico cat because it's got black, orange, it's got like some kind of different colors, like it's lighter and darker in some places, but yeah.
Dentist-inspired brown brush it, cleanses them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
My mom is doing good.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. In 1948,
My favorite K-pop group is BTS. It's patchy because your hair grows out. Like, duh, your hair is still growing. You know that, right? It never stops growing. And because it's growing from the scalp, it's growing my natural hair. So my hair is dyed, but it's growing. It was not patchy. It was all dyed, but because I haven't been able to get my dye, which I just got it, I'm gonna have to dye it like before Halloween, so
did you learn the technique from Indian mystics?
yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to dye it.
The nerds. But amazed experts concluded he must have had some sort of previous operation in India to drill the original holes throughout his body. Self-hypnosis, nerve control, it's still
So yeah.
Tophiachu survived over 500 full body piercings, all with a smile. But don't try this one at all.
I have hair dye. I just said that. I said I haven't been able to get my hair dye from storage. I just got it. So I got the bleach and I got the hair dye.
So they have to take the next step.
Yes, I am safe.
Since storming the nation a decade ago, bungee jumping has become a rite of passage for thrill seekers.
So yes, I did get my hair dyed, but I have to dye it before like Halloween
Always try to stay attached to the bungee.
in case I need to
This guy is
use my real hair. Yeah, my hair wax is in storage. I can't use it because first of all, I can't get to it, and second of all, it'll literally stain. Hair wax comes off on everything. You do know that, right? Like, you put it in your hair and you leave it there. Like, when you lay down, it literally transfers onto everything. That's why you need to cover your stuff, because you can wear hair wax for days, but it stains. That's why I can't use it, because the places I'm at, I can't damage their stuff. So rather than do that, I just dye my hair, and I have my hair dye stuff. So I can do that soon. I had a bonnet, but my bonnet was in the car, I think, and I lost that. And then I have a bonnet that's in storage that doesn't fit. I need a bigger bonnet. So yeah. My bonnet got lost in the car because I wore that when I slept in the car. And then I have one in storage, but it doesn't fit. It comes off because it's too small. I was talking about myself. I was not talking about people with dyed hair. I said that literally life wouldn't get so bad for me to dye my hair. I didn't dye my hair because it got bad. I dyed my hair because I wanted to change. I was tired of my hair looking like it was black, when my hair is literally reddish brown. My hair is not black. So yes, I wanted a change, not because life got bad. And because I didn't have hair wax, I used hair dye. Because I can't, well, not because I didn't have hair wax, because I could have bought hair wax, but I can't use it at these places because it transfers. Hair dye doesn't transfer. And plus, because I like my hair color, but I can't keep it forever. Like, I would want to keep this hair color forever, but dyeing your hair too much, bleaching your hair too much literally ruins your hair. Like I got this bleach that is kind of safe, but like if you bleach your hair a lot, yeah.
But he sees his marching endeavors as an exciting and challenging career. I'm the luckiest man in the world.
So yeah.
I consider doing this. I've been in the industry for 10 years, and if I didn't have 4,000 jumps under my belt.
Rob's quest for the ultimate bungee jump has brought him to Ripley's. A lot of wind drag here. Here, Ron and his crew face a forbidding challenge.
You do.
And a bungee cord that breaks away.
We want to make this as spectacular as possible, so we're going to take that plane to the absolute max. Everything we can give us, we're going to use all that space. These guys are the best in the world. I trust my life to them, because that's literally what you do. You have no choice.
What does that have to do with anything? Like, you could literally look at my eyes, dumbass. You know everyone's born with blue eyes, right? Stupid.
And make sure that everything's just put in place.
Practice jumps help Ron adjust his aim and his timing.
Well, I don't think I know everything. I did use hair wax. It transfers on everything. And literally bleaching your hair a lot ruins your hair. That's why people, if they screw up, they stop. And then they're like, well, I can't bleach my hair anymore because, you know.
The one thing with this system is there's no way to practice the actual cutaway portion of it. Bam! I can get up there and I can do jumps with the locks on this system, and I can dial in to make sure that I'm going to reach that mat just fine. But when it comes to the actual cutaway, you can't rehearse it.
Even the practice jumps are dangerous. Ron catches his neck on the bungee cord. An innocent error that could have resulted in a broken neck.
That's crazy.
Night falls. And then a new concern. The temperature.
I already explained why I don't let people join.
What we're doing right now.
What genetics for red hair? Well, my family had red hair, but I didn't get the red hair. Like my uncles, my mom. If like people have posted old pictures of my mom, I don't know how they got that picture. She doesn't even know how they got that picture, but the only one that didn't have red hair was my uncle. One of my uncles, he had jet black hair, but my family has red hair. It runs in the family, but I had reddish brown hair, and my hair looks black, but it's not.
So when I do my jump, I'm going to load this with 3 Gs, close to 600 pounds of force.
Okay, whatever.
Just the right section. I'll pull the handles, which will pull this lead all the way out. I'll do that for you now. I'll pull the handle here. That handle's coming out.
I have brown eyes, but I know what I'm looking at when I look in the mirror, and yes, I do have red in my hair. It's reddish brown. It looks black, but it's not black. I keep telling you that.
The cold weather is making it difficult to determine the length of the bungee. A miscalculation of mere inches could be a death sentence for Ron.
No, my hair is dyed. So when you're saying orange red, that's dyed. But before it was dyed, it was reddish brown. It's dark brown. That's why it looks black.
He boards the crane basket for one last trip to the top.
Oh, that's scary. I don't even want to watch it. But then if he passed away, then they wouldn't show it, right? Why would you bungee jump and then cut the cord? That's insane. I didn't dye it orange. I dyed it honey blonde. That's the color.
Ron Jones is about to jump off a plane, plunge 180 feet straight down, and at the exact instant when he reaches the ground, release his harness and just walk away.
Eyeball blood red. I did want to kind of do a red or like a dark burgundy, but you know.
It was a dummy in that case, but that could just as easily be myself. Should I cut away early or cut away late? So when I take the
That's scary.
off of the 3-lane system, I know that's a one-way trip. There's no boarding this jump. Once I leave the platform, my safety mechanisms are taken off. I am going to cut it away. So we have to make sure that before we do the actual jump, we are positive that everything is just perfect.
There's no margin.
Why would you? This is why women live longer than men.
Perfectly, Ron will be seriously injured or killed.
You.
The long trip to the top of this crane for the last time today. Ron is the only person in the world capable of making this bungee jump a one-way trip.
No, I don't play still brain rot. Yeah, I'm okay. He made it all the way down. That was scary.
It was one of those things where when I just stepped off that much that I knew I had no choice but to send it away. Dan, up top of the basket, did a phenomenal job of releasing those cords.
But he still had a cord though. Like when he jumped, the bungee was still attached. They made it seem like
I'm talking myself through this. I'm coming closer right now, down into the target. I'm seeing that coming into focus. It's time to initiate. Pull now. I just hear my brain say, pull now. I'm like, oh, comes the handle. And the next thing I know, I'm standing on the ground.
like you pulled it right when you got to the mat. That defeated the whole purpose. You're supposed to pull it to free fall, right? Like basically what he was trying to do is like pull the harness so he can fall onto the mat, but he landed on the mat and then pulled it. Because the bungee jump, it snaps you back up, right? But he landed and then pulled it. That was literally not anything miraculous. They made it seem, some of these shows make things seem like they make it suspenseful when it's not. Because like he got to the mat and then he released it. He was already safely landed by the bungee cord.
There are over 22,000 objects.
I'm literally watching Tubi. It's not cable. It's Ripley's Believe It or Not. How is Ripley's Believe It or Not traumatic? I was not by Cole Avenue. That's weird. Peter Garcia died being a dumbass. He was no goat. How do you jack a car and then die? That is like world's dumbest criminals. Rude. I'm being rude to someone that murdered people? Yeah, that's rude. Yeah, I'm being so rude to someone that murdered somebody. This dude murdered someone and you want me to be nice? You know, if I said your mom was burning in hell, then literally people would be mad, but you talked about my dead sister unprovoked. It's okay for them to talk about my dead relatives. Right? Okay. Yeah.
This guy's the guinea pig.
Because they do it first. Yeah, right. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck. I need to get off.
He has turned himself into a machine.
Who's behind me? Bob the Builder. I'm just kidding.
Inside out.
I'm tired and I need to get some sleep. Doesn't matter. What kind of a coward shoots someone in their head? Because he was a coward. And I'm gonna say he was no man. He was because he knew he couldn't fight him. What kind of a man shoots someone that's defenseless and asleep? Like, that's no kind of man. Considering the fact, oh, like, you wanna make a joke, he got my brother first. My brother was asleep. Why do you shoot someone while they're asleep? I ran away. I literally got out of the car. Like, what was I supposed to do? I'm a girl. Like, I tried to fight the guy as best as I could from taking the car. It just wasn't happening because I just woke up. What are you talking about? When you just wake up, you don't have the strength. I was asleep when this was going on and I woke up to this. And I was gonna go back to sleep because I thought it was trolls. But then my mom was like, something's happening, something's happening. So I woke up. How am I gonna fight someone off when I just woke up? That makes no sense. If I was wide awake and not like asleep and weak, of course I could have probably tried to fight him off. What are you talking about? We all were asleep. That is stupid to justify attacking people who are asleep. All because he wanted a car that wasn't his instead of going to work to get one.
I'm nervous about this.
Because you think it's okay for someone to steal people's car and murder them for a car that is not theirs.
These things are not pretty.
It's weird.
Non-lethal and painless are not synonymous.
Can you please make that? You're sitting here saying I paid him $1,000 to do that, but then I'm broke. Because I called the police? What do you think? What do you mean? Why did I feel the need to make a story when it happened? I called the police and I felt a need to post a story because I was alone. I had nobody. When I called the police, it was dark. It was like 3 or 4 a.m. There was no one there. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. Like, why do you feel the need to run your mouth instead of shutting the fuck up and telling people what they should or shouldn't do in a situation? Maybe you should feel the need to cut your breath. How about that? And stop breathing. Maybe you should use the urge to do that, because why are you telling someone how they should react? Thank you. And let's be honest, people tell me to harm myself all the time. Like, leave me alone with my situation. Like, you literally talk about my situation and then you tell me I'm not supposed to react a certain way.
This weapon emits an odor so disgusting that it can disperse a gang.
Well, they shouldn't tell me how to react in my situation. They should have just left me alone, saying that's not right. Well, what's not right is telling me how I should react in my situation, and that I shouldn't be allowed to post something that I chose to post because that's all I had was social media. I almost didn't call the police because I didn't think they would respond or they would show up. Luckily I did, because having a negative reaction with the police does not make you feel like you should dial 911 when you're in emergency. Because I've called police twice for very serious and very dangerous situations and they never gave a fuck. This girl was literally screaming for help. They never showed up. This poor girl could have been kidnapped. She could have been unalived. I don't even know what happened to the girl, and you never showed up? Another person that was driving drunk twice. There were 2 people. One guy was swerving down the road, could have harmed people, could have killed a family, and you didn't even respond to stop this guy from harming people? You would rather... I feel like they really hope that families get killed. That's what I really think, because you have all this time, like, in the school shootings, they have all this time, right? They have all this time to stop the school shooter from doing what they did because they've gotten tips, like that boy that shot up the school. When his mother notified them, that he was gonna do something like that and they didn't take it seriously. This is why that bothers me, because it's like you had
His body completely traumatized. Totally fascinating.
you literally had all this time to stop this guy from crashing into families, but you didn't do that. Like this other guy that literally he almost hit the wall. He pulled into and he was drinking. He literally parked just to drink some more and drive drunk. I have my cousin's son who died at 1 year old from a drunk driver. And when I see people that are driving dangerously and recklessly, of course I'm gonna call the police. Because I'm gonna save somebody's life if I can, a family's life. But to literally sit here and call the police and they don't show up is crazy. Some of them are parked just talking to themselves. Like, and then I heard this girl screaming for help and I called the police and nobody showed up. And this is when I was sleeping in the SUV. Like,
Even after being shot at and zapped, this human guinea pig will continue to act as a test dummy for the weapons of the future.
like it's just so crazy.
What's your idea of the perfect vacation? Eiffel Tower and sunset. Deserted beach in the Caribbean?
No, I'm not sleeping outside. Yes, I do listen to Paramore. I love Paramore.
It is the world's most feared predator.
No, they didn't close the investigation. What do you mean months before? It's not a closed investigation. It's still open because we haven't gotten any information. The only thing we know is from what the news said and from what Albuquerque Journal posted. Albuquerque Journal does not know the guy's name because they never told us the guy's name or anything. We literally have no answers. Even my uncle told me, how come they haven't told us anything? They're not. So the investigation is not really being taken as seriously as others because the other ones might have someone that is actually living. So like if the not victim, but if the perpetrator, the person that did it is alive, they're going to be focused on that rather than someone who is not living. The guy is already dead. They don't got to worry about that.
In this case,
We were never told anything further. We don't know his name. We don't know nothing. They haven't said anything to us. No, it's not closed. No, the car was auctioned because literally the tow yard only keeps cars for a certain amount of time. A tow yard has nothing to do with the active investigation, dumbass. An investigation does not close right away. They literally told me it takes 6 months, possibly to a year. Sometimes they hold cell phones that long because they said basically they have to look at a lot of things because everything is evidence. They can hold a cell phone for up to 6 months. A tow yard has nothing to do with the investigation. That had everything to do with evidence. It was an evidence thing. And it has nothing to do with an investigation, you stupid bitch. Like basically what happens is when a tow yard gets a car, they only hold it for 45 days. We already lost our SUV because we don't know if our SUV was towed or stolen. And my brother was going to look for the VIN number to it's long gone. So they don't hold cars for that long. If you leave your car sitting in a tow yard for 45 days, they will sell it. They cannot hold your car for any longer than that because they gotta make room for other cars. That's what happened. They wouldn't tell us where the car was, and when they told us, they auctioned it off because it was long gone because they said, well, our hold is up to 45 days. I'm not lying. In the Albuquerque Journal, they said his name was Peter Garcia. I cannot pin that man to something because first of all, everything happened so fast. I only remember that he was bald. I remember what he was kind of wearing, and I said it kind of does, from what I'm trying to remember what he looked like, that it does kind of look like him. But I can't sit here and say, yeah, that's him. Of course. Like, everything was happening so fast. I was literally coming up out of a sleep. I was sleeping. Like, what the fuck? Hello? Like, Albuquerque Journal literally released that. They're not the police. They're gonna say whatever name they want to say for their article. The news is not correct. The news lies, and the newspaper lies. The newspaper is not accurate.
You're about to find out why. But the pyrovoid isn't stopping there. The same dangerous explosives used to destroy that melon are now being strapped to its body. Then he'll walk through rings of fire. Can Pyroboy pull it off? That's coming up.
That's crazy.
A computer chip in his arm is opening the door to cyborgs in the future.
That's weird.
A bikini sewn out of thread from your head. Coming up on Ripley's Believe.
Because that's how they sell an article. Do you not know how newspapers work? They literally have to they literally use a story to get people to catch their eye. Yes, newspapers have been sued for spreading misinformation. It's not shocking considering the fact that there are a lot of large newspaper articles that have gotten sued. Trust me. Have you not heard of the Inquirer, or are you stupid? The Inquirer is one of the largest ones that literally, they make up anything on celebrities. Like, hello, Rosie O'Donnell was suing the Inquirer, but the Inquirer has so much money that even getting a lawyer and take them to court, she said she couldn't take them down because they're too powerful and they make too much money.
I was wrong. I didn't know that.
Spreading misinformation is what literally gets people to buy the newspapers. They're trying to get people to read their articles because that's how they keep business. If nobody reads the Albuquerque Journal, if nobody reads that, then they get shut down. They literally sell newspapers. Like, people really rarely, I don't know if people really buy newspapers. I mean, if people are old fashioned and they want to read the newspaper, sure, but I don't think people read newspapers anymore. That's why news publications turn to social media and make these articles online for people to read because it's about clicks. If they literally are doing good on social media, then they're able to stay afloat. Like, duh. You know what, Dar? How about someone pull up on you and teach you the STFU? How about that? You're saying, I can't wait till someone pulls up. I hope I can't. You know what? If I say that, I better not, because that's going too far. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I better not. Because if I say something to you, Nadia, then I will get canceled. Because I hope someone does something to you where you can really STF you and not unalive you. That's not what I'm saying. But, if I say it, then I'll get canceled.
Which raises the question, at what point does a person stop being human and start being a machine?
That's not what I'm saying.
Professor Kevin Warwick.
No, because being canceled means actually canceling people. Cancel culture is not a thing, because if I was canceled, I wouldn't still be getting views. I wouldn't be going viral. And my follower count, my following is going up. How am I canceled but I'm still getting views? Make that make sense. I literally have a video that hit 13 million and probably more than that this year that went viral.
With this expedition into the still unknown world of cyborgs, Warwick began to blur the line between science fiction and
Yes, I do believe some of my engagement is positive. Here's the thing. People are forcing themselves to be negative because they're hateful bitches. They're like hateful human beings.
immediately. The computer
They're literally ugly fuckers. I'm serious. Like, these people literally have nothing going for them except being a troll under the bridge, talking about bridge troll, bridge troll. No, you're the bridge troll that lives under the bridge.
can't download the professor's email
Like, seriously. It's forced hate, like how they forced themselves to hate Beyonce.
5-star service.
That's what it literally is. It's forced hate.
It's surprisingly felt quite close to it.
The experiment's success
Like, seriously, how do you sit here and hate someone so much when you can just block them? You don't have to leave negative comments in the comment section. And then when I delete their comments, they comment it right back. Like, oh, we're gonna comment it back because they think it's making me angry. No, it's making people look at you like you're weird, because if you have that time to keep commenting something back after it got deleted, like, okay, we can go back and forth. I can delete your comment and you can put it back up for a whole hour. So that means you wasted an hour literally being an idiot.
Not just from nervous system, but potentially
Literally, me defending myself and me talking like this is not me being angry all the time. Yes, there are some times where I'm angry, but this is not the angry. Like, I could be more angry than this. Why is it black women, when defending themselves, they're always labeled as angry?
2020, we're going to see machines that are much more intelligent than you.
Just because I cuss does not mean I'm angry. Maybe I want to use expletives. Maybe I want to say fucking. Maybe I want to say fucker. Maybe I want to say stupid ass bitch. Maybe I want to say rat bastard. Like, I could say whatever I want. That does not mean I'm angry. Black women are always labeled as angry. Black women are not angry. You don't tell white women who just scream and yell for no reason and literally act like complete utter Karens as angry, do you? Especially when white women cry, they're not labeled as emotional. But when a black woman cries, it's emotional. Oh, you're just being too emotional. Like, how the fuck do you expect someone to return to reality when they saw their brother die and is missing a fucking eye? Like, how do you expect someone to literally live a normal life seeing something as horrific as that? That's like someone watching their baby die in their arms because of some monster, and you're telling them you must return to normal. How does that literally work? Like, what the hell is wrong with people mentally? Like, how can you sit here and literally tell someone that they need to return to normal, that they need to be normal again? Like, hello? I'm talking about mothers that have babies that have died from horrific things. I'm not saying that I wasn't saying it in a sense of like my brother was a baby. I'm talking about mothers that actually lose babies. That's literally like when people lose someone, especially like a family member close to them, why are you telling them that they need to go to work so they can just break down and cry and the job wouldn't give a fuck? How do you expect someone to just, oh, you don't have PTSD because I said so, are you God? So you just put your hands on me and said, I heal you from PTSD, it's gone. You are healed from your depression. You sound loony. You sound very loony. Like, hello? I did get diagnosed by a professional, you dumb idiot. She literally diagnosed me with major depression and PTSD. The reason why I'm not on medication is because I'm trying to get a place to live. And someone literally explained to me about medication. for me personally, medication, and anyways, medication does not fix your depression. That's not how it works. And you don't want to be on medication forever. But it is an aid to help aid through your depression and also get help with therapy, which some of you guys need a fucking therapist. Because man, that's crazy. And to tell people they're not diagnosed, that's ableism, considering the fact that I said these are disabilities. And you're mad. You're mad because I said I have depression. Do you want depression too? Is that why you're mad? Because it's giving, oh, well, I don't have depression. It's so weird. Like, oh, it's like I'm jealous because I don't have depression and you do. Like, why would anyone want depression? Depression, especially major depression, beats you down and you're defeated. Like, when people literally make fun of the fact that I might not have a friend, it makes me just want to go take about like 20 more and not be here, but I don't do that. I'm not saying that I'm trying to harm myself. That's not what I'm saying, but it's the fact that depression literally puts you in a dark place when you're unmedicated. And it's not no fucking joke. And to literally sit here and say, well, you don't have depression, especially major depression, some people literally fall behind on their hygiene. And they literally sleep in bed for weeks. They literally bed rot. They don't take showers. They don't brush their teeth. They don't get ready. They don't do things. I don't have a choice. I have to get up even though my depression tells me a lot of things. I have my brain, like I literally have survivor's guilt. Well, people are literally sitting here telling me the wrong sibling died. No, your mom should have literally aborted you. Like, why are we sitting here literally saying that I can't say stuff like that, but people can say stuff to me like the wrong sibling died? Like, what are we doing with ourselves? Like, why are people sitting here justifying these people saying stuff to someone that has major depression and then laughing it off like it's just some jokes? Of course, to someone, it's not that big of a deal if you lose a friend. But to me, it's a big deal. It affects me in my everyday life. Like, I literally lost motivation for a lot of things, especially living. Like, and it has nothing to do with me. And I can't even explain it to the internet because it's not anyone's business. But they want to force me to say something because it's either say something or have people believe that I believe something that is untrue. But I'm not going to say it online because I'm not going to put anyone in danger. I've literally asked people to be respectful. They can't even be in the comment section because they're posting these horrible photos with heavy filters on it, thinking that being bullies is okay. You're the same reason why children kill themselves at young ages, talking about that's not you, but you're influencing these young kids to go and bully these other kids and to unaliving themselves and then act like you're not influencing them. You're being horrible influencers talking about you're not an influencer. I never said I was. Because who said I'm influencing people when I'm telling people what I tell them? Like, it's so crazy. I do not sound mad. Like, hello. Well, thank you, Cherry, but I'm not an influencer. Like, I'm sorry, but influencers literally don't say horrible things like, you know, maybe you should stop breathing because someone says something to me. Like, an influencer refrains from stuff like that, but I'm not going to refrain from stuff like that. If someone tells me that, then I'm going to tell you that. Like, someone told me to unalive myself, and I told them you first because they messaged me first. I'm sorry, but influencers don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta get off and go to bed. I never said I was influencing someone. I said I'm not an influencer. Like, anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. I will see you guys later. I'm tired and I need to go get some sleep, but I will see you guys later. Okay, guys, thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, and watching. I have to go. Bye. I have to go. Bye.